And we begin this video, what looks like somewhere out rural, out on the back roads of Florida, which is my fave. I love doing that. But we are, in reality, welcome back to the channel. Welcome. If it's your first time, International Drive right over there. There's the Hyatt. And over here, the Orange County Convention Center. Yeah, MegaCon weekend 2025. Just parked in this overflow parking lot for $30. Hello, everyone. Oh, man, I'm so pumped. I love MegaCon. Each year, they keep bringing me back. There's always a celebrity, a guest, a group of people that just get us in the door. Last year, a couple years ago, it was like Chevy Chase, Henry Winkler, and then last year, we got the Thelma and Louise photo op and the Back to the Future cast reunion. That was amazing. And this year, today, we've got the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club 40th anniversary panel will be happening shortly. Also, Chris, the girl, my fiance, got here a little earlier. I had to work today. I'm getting here later, but she was able to get a photo with Molly Ringwald. Molly Ringwald is here today. Also, Judd Nelson, Ali Sheedy, and Anthony Michael Hall. Cast reunion. We're going to check that out later. There's a panel. She got a photo with Molly. Make sure you check out her video. I'm going to meet up with her now. There's just a ton of celebrities out here this weekend. And tomorrow, I will be coming back to MegaCon, day 3, Saturday. I purchased a photo opportunity. Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, Lethal Weapon. I love me some Lethal Weapon. I'm just blown away. Those two are here. And I am going to get a photo with them tomorrow. Spoiler alert. I was originally supposed to do that today, but I had to reschedule because my regular job got a little busy. So I just put it off onto Saturday. And I said, hey, I'm going to MegaCon 2 days. Thanks for clicking on this video. I'm going to document my experience. I hope you enjoy it. Hope to see some cosplay. A lot of celebrities that are here. I can go through a long list. Jude Law is here. I've never seen him at a convention before. Are you guys ready? I am. Let's get to the convention. MegaCon 2025. There's much ahead. All right, so MegaCon is actually in the South Concourse this year. Last year was in the North. So I literally parked right behind MegaCon. That was some good parking. We're gonna walk right over here through this door like we did for IAPA a couple months ago. Yeah. MegaCon is probably the quickest as far as entering a convention for its size. As you can see, all these lanes, I said middle QR code, that's me, got it on my phone. Just went through security. They got the very modern security systems like they have at Walt Disney World. We are ready to go. So $150 for my 4-day pass here at MegaCon. Pre-purchase ticket in hand. Super quick. Scan the QR code and immediately hands me the all days pass. And now we're back into the next step. This is the same thing every year. Pick up your lanyard, buy a lanyard if you want to, but activate your pass. And we are in the vendor room. Also here this weekend, I'm excited, Ron Howard. I've never had the opportunity to meet such a legend. Ron Howard is here, also his daughter and brother, the Howards. They're actually doing a panel, also a Happy Days panel tonight. I might attend the Happy Days panel. Hey LaRusso. Happy Halloween! That's a great cosplay, man.
Thank you. Just hiding out from the Cobra cast.
Check out this giant skull. At first I thought it was Castle of Grayskull. It's Howl-O-Scream, Orlando. They're already selling tickets for their 5th year. This year will be their 5th year. Last year was the best year yet. I go out to Howl-O-Scream every year in Orlando. I love me some creature feature stuff, some haunted houses. Really cool that they're selling tickets here already. Actually, there you go. MegaCon exclusive ticket, $39.99. Haunts on, baby. It's a great photo opportunity. Whoa. What's up, buddy? Oh, you're gonna probe me? I see how it is. Ow! This is some fantastic artwork over here. Many of these celebrities that are painted here are here this weekend. There's Mel Gibson and Braveheart. Also, yeah, there's some Doctor Who cast members here, Jude Law. And here's the artist information, Jason Palmer. Right there's the QR code. Really great work. Oh, that's cool. It's a Braveheart photo. Someone's going to get that signed by Mel Gibson this weekend for sure. I'm following it. Wonder Woman, Be Mine t-shirt. That'd be perfect for someone for Valentine's Day. Oh yeah, check it out. Busy Friday evening here. tomorrow's gonna be, wow. MegaCon is always mega crowded. All right, so this over here is the Mel Gibson line, right next to Jude Law. It looks like, yeah, it's just like I did for Chevy Chase. You wait in this long line over here, and then you get into the curtain, and they are back there. Hold on, zoom in for you. Jude Law and Mel Gibson currently signing autographs. My photo op is tomorrow. Hey, can I get you my video, Rodney?
Absolutely.
I didn't know I was gonna run into Rodney Dangerfield today.
I'll tell you, I come from a bad neighborhood. It's so bad, you go in the local restaurant, broken leg of lambs on the menu. I'll tell you, go down the street, you stick your hand in cement, there's another hand there. Oh, it's so bad, I bought a waterbed the other day. I got it home, it's a Cuban at the bottom of it. It's such a bad neighborhood, the sign the local library doesn't say, please be quiet, it says shut the fuck up. No respect.
No respect. Oh, that's amazing. I love me some Caddyshack. There she is.
Hello.
How long have you been waiting?
Honestly, I don't know. Doesn't seem like too long, but it's probably been a while.
And you met Molly Ringwald.
I did, yeah. I'll show you the picture.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
Check out her video to see the picture.
Thank you.
It's the Grinch. Oh, I knew it. And it's Amanda. Look at that. Oh, hey, Brad. Oh, we got the whole crew, the Ron Howard crew here. Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Oh, even got Max over here.
We do. He's kind of grown a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. A little taller than you, Grinch. Oh. All right, so Chris is waiting in line for Hank Azaria, the Blue Raja, Mo. This is a couple of my favorite characters. What's your favorite?
Legend.
What's your favorite Frank or Hank Azaria? I keep saying Frank.
I mean, I think for me, nothing's better than the Blue Raja.
Blue Raja?
Truly. But obviously, as a huge Simpsons fan, Simpsons legend, you know what I mean? So it's tough. We saw the panel earlier, and I like to hear him do Mo and Chief Wiggum and Professor Frank, and all that was just like, wow, so cool. Yeah.
Okay, I've come a few lines over to Ron Howard's line. I'm not so sure how long this is going to be. There is a panel I don't want to miss in about an hour and a half, but we'll see. We got Bryce Dallas Howard, which is Ron's daughter, who's at Jurassic World, and Ron is right over there through the line. So I'm gonna wait in this long line here. I've always wanted to meet this man. I remember when I was hunting down the backdraft locations in Chicago a few years ago. That was one of Ron's first films. One of his first. What is this cosplay from? I love it. All lit up. I'm gonna get a high five. There he goes. That's so cool. We got a voice box going. Ron's actually behind the curtain. He's wearing a blue hat today. You can kind of make him out. Oh, cool. Shark out of water. Shark out of water. Still looks fake. It's inevitable. I'm not going to make it in time to meet Ron Howard and get up to the panel, so I'm going to cut bait and try this again at some point this weekend. Maybe today, but as I'm over here, right over here, Chris, Brad, and Amanda are about to meet Hank Azaria.
My favorite thing that he's in.
Look at that.
So, yeah, I just, on cloud nine.
He's like right there behind you still.
Just amazing. Just amazing.
I bounced out of Howard. It's going to be over an hour.
It's going to be a while, yeah.
I'll try to have to do that later. I might do it later.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Blue Raja right there.
Okay, now, if we're going to do this on video, we're going to do this the right way.
All right, Inspector. Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget. Oh. What? You do a great Mr. Claw. Yeah. Thank you. That was amazing. Here's your Pepsi bag.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Can I get you Shrek? Shrek?
In the flesh.
Oh my gosh.
In the swamp.
Where's
my bitch right over here?
Whoa!
Fiona.
Hey, Fiona!
Call me a bitch. You're the bitch.
She's been cutting up. She's on that P90X life. I love Fiona. She's on Ozempic. But we're here at what is this?
MegaCon.
MegaCon 3000. We're here looking for some fudge. You know what's up?
Some fudge?
Some fudge.
There's some fudge here.
We're
You'll find some
getting
fudge.
fudged up.
Fudged everywhere.
Hey man.
Yeah.
Hey, I like his skin complexion.
Oh, you like my shirt, right?
Top tier skin complexion. Gator color, favorite color.
Yo, dude, that's the OG green though.
I I love it.
You gotta bow to the Frankie. He's the OG green.
Oh, we got some baddies. We got some baddies.
All right, yeah, hey, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
See you, Shrek and Fiona. What a lovely couple.
Yeah, it's so weird because they don't act that way at Universal. You
No,
know what I
they
mean?
don't.
Like, it's a little bit different, but
Ooh, yeah, a little bit. And we've got the Twilight Zone cosplay here. That's amazing. I love that show. You guys did a great job. Thank you. Oh, you like the Tower of Terror at Hollywood Studios? Yeah. That's so good. Thank you. All right, so we're going to head out of the vendor room. Check this out. Oh, I found a Waldo. We're going to head to the Breakfast Club panel. Looks like everyone else is doing so too. Whoa, it's already began. Mega crowded. Look at all these people. And we're headed up the second set of escalators here. We're going to the main theater. All the theaters are upstairs, N310. Hey, Michael. What's up, bud? Almost said follow that yellow brick road, but follow the cast of The Wizard of Oz to the theater.
Don't leave me hanging, girls.
Ooh, I think we're barely gonna make it.
Ready? Don't you forget
About me.
Don't
You forget about me.
All right, now put your hands together.
Yeah!
For the wonderful
Here they come.
Michael Anthony Hall from my first. Come on, let's go.
Yeah! Woo! Yeah, we met Anthony and Michael Hall at Monster Palooza a couple years ago. I've never seen John Nelson anywhere. There you go, you just met her.
Are you excited? I'm excited. Guys, round of applause for our gorgeous guest. Come on. Thank you so much for being here with us today. I am very excited. As I said, I'm an 80s baby, so I'm very happy to be sitting with you guys. I love the movie, so I wanted to go back to the 80s and start there. I wanted to understand, first of all, what it was like as a young person, as an actor, growing up in that time, you know, that era. What was it like for you guys back then as young storytellers?
Got your good Zoom. I forgot to bring it.
I was pretty wasted, so I don't remember.
Love it. Truthful answer.
It was amazing. I just always want to honor and tip my hat to the great John Hughes. Let's give that one.
Yeah.
Welcome, John. John, it was amazing. I wouldn't be here without John. It was just an incredible way to start. He was such a great collaborator and a friend to us all. And those 3 films I did with John, I used to joke with my family. I called them the Puberty on Film Trilogy. Very nice. Who said pay for my own bracelets? Okay, I'm done.
Well, then you guys, Ali or Molly, what was it like being a young actor back then, back in the 80s?
It was fun. I mean, I loved it. I was going to high school when I was doing these films, and whenever I got to the movie, I got to leave my school, and that was amazing. I mean, I still haven't been to school on set. Michael and I were both in high school, so we had school. You know, we would go do a scene in the library, and then, you know, study algebra with our studio teacher, Irene. But it was really fun. It was great making these movies, working with John, working with these people. Yeah, it was a good time.
How about you?
I was really happy when we were doing this movie. We all really, I don't know if you can tell, but we all really do love each other. So it was stop. No, we love Amelia too. It was just, it was a joy. It was a joyful experience.
Were there specific challenges being young actors back then that you think that actors, young people now in the industry don't have to face? have changed?
I think certainly technology's changed everything. Everybody has a phone in their pocket. They're watching movies on their phone. I think that aspect of the world has changed. I think in some ways it's actually, I think, harder now. So I'm very impressed with the new generation. Anthony might go home for AARP. Go ahead. I get those in the mail too. I'm like, shit, I throw them out before my wife sees them. Anyhow, what was it? Passing the buck.
What about I know that the time we made a big deal about the Brat Pack and all of that kind of stuff. What did you guys make of all that, the Brat Pack and all of those kind of things that were going out in the media?
Anyone?
I don't think it was connected to us.
It was a printer.
Andrew McCarthy's in the back. Let's bring him up now. Andrew McCarthy.
It was definitely, it was a play on the Rat Pack, which was a group of, Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. and those guys. And then it was a term that was coined, I think, after this New York Magazine piece. And then we all kind of just sort of fell under this banner. And I think it was kind of, in a way, sort of minimized the work that we were doing. I mean, that's the way that I felt,
Didn't mean shit to me, but that's just me.
No, obviously the film's all about being a teenager, like being mothers, Molly and Ali, when you were finally bringing up your own kids, was there anything that you reflected on bringing up teenagers? In terms of what the film taught you, you reflected back on that time, or was it just completely like, balls to the wall, it is what it is?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure I understood the question.
Is there anything, because you're mothers as well, when you're bringing up your own teenagers, was there anything that you learned from that time?
Oh yeah. Well, I have two teenagers right now. I have two 15-year-olds and I have a 21-year-old, and because I did all these teen movies, I always thought that I was going to be sort of like an expert on, and I know nothing, all right? I know nothing. Everything is different. I mean, all the slang is different, all the music, of course, is different. So it really sort of takes work to stay up on everything. But the one thing that I do think is the same is all the feelings, that the Breakfast Club explored, that feeling of being othered, being different, not belonging, all the cliques, all of that is still the same, and I think that's one of the reasons why those movies still speak to other generations.
I think John Hughes did a really good job of that, of not othering young people. There was something very inclusionary about the way that he wrote for young people. Did you guys get a chance to collaborate with him very directly as storytellers when you were working with him?
John was always like that. In fact, I think it's fair to say we all felt that with John. He was always accessible. He would often sit underneath the camera, next to the camera. He was rarely at Video Village. You could watch the shop from on her. And he was just right there, always with us, and kind of talking you through the day. And I think every performance was a collaboration with him because he was so open, so accessible. And he just cut us in. Listen, the scripts are always great, the scenes are always there, written, I felt. But he was great because he would let us just try stuff. So if we had an idea, because he was so cool, we'd be like, yeah, try that. So it was really great. I'm getting all the feels right now because I was in Halloween Kills. And I see Michael Myers right there in the fourth row. Have you had enough of me?
Evil dies tonight. Evil dies tonight.
I digress.
Michael's maybe is naive, yes, that is me. Hello, I am Mr. Myers.
William Shatner Ghostface is scared the shit out of himself.
Wanted us to be collaborators and allowed us to be collaborators. It's been my experience that almost all the directors that have followed John Hughes, they say the word collaboration, but they just want to delay before they tell you what to do. Which is not collaboration, it's just delaying the edict. So it was, I don't know whether it was for Ali and Amelia, but we went right from the Breakfast Club to St. Elmo's Fire. And it's not just the subject matter so different, the way people treated each other is different. You go to the set on Breakfast Club, you're a part of it. The crew's part of it, John Hughes is part of it, we're all equal. In St. Elmo's Fire, it was not that way. It was almost as if we were not liked by the director, which is definitely different from, certainly it's different from being liked by the director, but it's different from working with people on the same project. You got the feeling that maybe some actors are working on project A, some actors are working on project B, some actors are working on project C. You don't really notice it until the movie comes out. And Breakfast Club is very consistent. All the scenes are consistent. In St. Elmo's, some are more exciting, some are almost perfunctory, some have no meaning at all. So, for me anyway, the movies with all of them were less fun.
I went to school with a girl who was Lucifer. She used to bring a little paper bag and she'd sniff glue and then we were, she went on and became a really great geography teacher, so I
almost made the child
don't want to call her, I just...
You know, glue's very underrated.
Don't do glue, kids.
And you know, only the weak brain cells get killed.
What about your characters? So where would you guys be, do you think, now at this age? What would you be doing?
Allie, let's hear from Allie. Yeah. I think Allison would have ended up being a writer, actually. Probably a writer. Thank you. Big editor, writer, maybe a professor, something intellectual.
Okay,
yeah.
Writer. Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Yeah.
What about you, Molly?
I think that Claire probably got married a few times. And then maybe decided she liked women. I don't know. You know, her kids are grown up, and she's like, okay, I'll try that. Didn't work out so well with the guys. I don't know. That's one of the great things about this movie is like, it's great that we don't know, and it could be any number of things, and it's sort of like, I feel like it's up to the viewer to really...
That reminds me, everybody wants to know the punchline of that joke. Was there ever a punchline of the joke when you're crawling on the thing? Okay, we can settle that in 4 years.
As the script was written, Bender has no lines. He just walks through the thing and falls. So I asked John, I go, how about if I tell a joke, and right before the punchline, I fall through. And then so Emilio, John, Mike, and I tried to figure out a joke that had as the punchline the line of saying I'm going to fall through. I forgot my pencil. So we worked for about 15 minutes to come up with the joke, and we couldn't find the shoot. John said, let's try and see. The first take, I used a lot of profanity. And John went, cut, no, we'll lose our rating, let's move on. And I go, can I do one more? That was just for me, can I do one for me? And he was like, you have one more. And that was what we used. So there's no one side of the joke. And
just fell through.
Sorry.
That's awesome.
We have some pre-selected fan questions here, if you don't mind answering those. These were collected online. So this is from Jason T. from Orlando, Florida. So looking back, what is one scene from The Breakfast Club that still makes you laugh every time you see it? Who would like to start?
The day when there was the screw coming out of the door, it'll be anarchy. Do you remember that day? Because Emilio couldn't stop laughing. That was the screw in the door, and the bookcase kept moving. And I got to
Oh yeah, the door's way too heavy, it's not gonna open.
It was just, everything with the door was going wrong, and so funny.
Paul Gleason, may he rest in peace, was a great work. He was great to hate. He would ask us at the end of shooting, where are you guys going to dinner? He'd be like, why do you want it? He's like, well, because I'd like to join you. We don't want you to join us.
Well, those two went at it, just like in the movie. It was awesome.
And I thought that the scene where I'm in the room where he's put me, and he's got to tell me, no one cares about you, I'll beat you up, what are you going to do? I'll knock your dick in the dirt or whatever. And I realized that he can hit me in the scene. If he punches me, that can still work for him. I can't punch him back. That doesn't work at all. So I'm thinking in the scene, as it starts getting a little more intense, I hope that I don't get knocked unconscious. That's my
Because Paul was thinking about it.
It'd be very uncool if Bennett gets knocked out. If I were to get hit and maybe bleed a little bit, that'd be cool. But
Now, how did you perfect that feathery mullet? We all want to know. The mullet at the time, you had the nice little feather. That was awesome hair.
It's a great hair, great in the middle of it. And I think that's what's been.
Judd was so old, and I remember having to have the good fortune of being cast, like all the other casting when I was in the audition process in New York. And I'll never forget when Judd came in and his audition. I swear to you guys, he was wearing everything he was wearing in the movie. Bouncing the ball, put the dickies on, and the boots, and just the attitude he came and just crushed it. It was awesome.
That's
really cool.
I go home and I get a call from my agent saying that John doesn't believe that the guy that did the audition is someone that can act with Molly and Michael, who's worked with before, who are minors, who are under 18. He's concerned about it. So I talked to him on the phone for 45 minutes, and then he tells my agent that he doesn't believe the guy he spoke with on the phone is the same guy that did the audition. So I'm like, I don't know how am I supposed to react to it. They go, well, they haven't made a decision yet. Maybe they'll call you when they start auditioning people in LA. So I'm like, wait.
Got the right one, baby. He was the man for the job. No doubt. He was awesome.
This is a question just for Judd from Caleb W. from Tampa. Judd, Bender's fist in the air moment is one of the most iconic endings in film history. Yeah?
Can we get a fist bump?
Did you know it would be such a big deal when you filmed it?
No, absolutely not. I mean, we knew that we were filming something that was unique. There were no sex scenes, no sensational moments. We knew it was basically minors sitting around talking. Was that going to be something that people would want to see? We all read the script. We like the script, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the movie. We hope it is, but so we see it. I just know that when we had the screening of it, I was very tense, and I would go into the men's room to vomit a little bit before the movie. And I think I'm alone in the bathroom, but I'm not. There's someone else there. I'm like, oh. And it's me also throwing up. So we did not know how we responded too well to that ball. So I'm glad I was part of it, for sure.
Thank you, Judge. This one's for Ali. So, Ali, you brought such a unique energy to Alison, didn't you? When I was in percent, I thought Ali was so cool. When I was wee, I was like, she's so cool. So, Ali, you brought such unique energy. What's one thing about her that you really connected with? And that's for Vanessa and for Jackson.
Allison, I got to be on the outside with Allison the way I actually felt on the inside all through high school and growing up. And here is a director who is just going to let me be and be free and pull all those feelings up. And he was collaborative with the way Allison was going to look. And I love that I didn't have to speak for half of the movie. Sits well with me. It was a film that I did, honestly, a film that I did right before Breakfast Club was a film where there was just insane amount of attention put on what I looked like, what I weighed. It was crushing. Somehow got through it. And then I got to do Breakfast Club and just completely free, and it was all fine. And then we did St. Elmo's Fire, and it was right back again to, constant under a microscope about what you look like. And so, just feeling free, I felt like I could be really, really creative instead of trying to be some kind of something for somebody that thought I wasn't exactly right all the time.
Was that movie Bad Boys? Was it Bad Boys?
No, it was War Games.
Which one?
War Games. Yeah.
This is from Erica J. What's one behind-the-scenes moment from The Breakfast Club that fans may not know about?
Gosh, I don't know. Behind-the-scenes moment that fans don't know about.
Erica J.
He's a fly on the wall.
I don't know. Nothing really comes to mind. I mean, it was fun. It was a great experience. It was, yeah.
I want to ask
There was a moment, there was that moment when the reviews came out for 16 Candles, and they brought the TV onto the set.
Really?
Yeah. And uses, we watched you see the review, and we're all sitting like, wow, I hope it's good.
Was it? Was it a good review? Oh, good. All right.
It was like, wow, this could be awful. We have to shit out much reviews.
No, but didn't we all learn to see the screening of it? Didn't we all go? Yes, we did.
Yes, but I mean, when the reviews came out, so many people.
Oh, I don't know that.
I remember, okay, here's a random thing. I remember reading about Rock Hudson having HIV when I was on the set of the Rock Hudson. I know that doesn't really seem like a very fun moment, but yeah, it wasn't a funny moment, but it was like, it was of a time, it was like, oh, something's different, and that the AIDS and the HIV was a huge part of growing up in the 80s. That's something that kids don't really think about now. But for me, it was huge. So it was kind of an important moment for me.
Thank you, Molly. Thank you. If the film were made today, what song would you want to replace Don't You Forget About Me? It's impossible to think about any other song.
I mean, for me, that every time I hear those chords, it always has some. I don't know. You're in like the grocery store. You hear dun 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 dun.
That song follows me around. You guys ever heard me sometimes?
But it always feels like something. It was just the perfect song. So I don't know. I can't think of another
It's
song.
like something by Post Malone, big Post Malone.
What were you guys listening to back then? When you were sort of younger, filming on
The
set?
Cure. I was listening to
Who were you listening to back then?
Molly and I would listen to Joan Armatrading in the car on the way to work.
She was all about the folk songs. You've always loved her.
Bill Oaks.
Yeah, Bill Oaks.
Yeah. And who else? Oh, we were listening to a lot of David Bowie.
A lot of David Bowie.
Psychedelic first. When John had such a handle and pulse, he would school us on music, and he would make us mixtapes. Remember that? He would get into making mixtapes. Yeah.
A lot of the Beatles.
Beatles were big with John. I listened to growing up, I was always into everything. I loved 60s rock, 70s rock. I got into hip hop, I into everything. Barry Manilow. Does he know I ran his workout?
What about you, John? What was on your cassette player back then?
Other than weed.
Yes.
Come to the mic.
Rolling Stones, Sex Pistols.
Yeah.
Well, I like some Billy Idol songs, but it's not like, that's too much makeup for me.
Let's make a deal. If you can't hear Doug, just shout, Mike! Can you do that? Okay, listen. Okay, so the next question here is from Nathan Reed from St. Petersburg. Sorry, I'm not going to tell you.
Was it Nathan Weed?
Nathan B.
Oh, Nathan Weed. Was it Weed?
Not everything is we, but everything is we. If your characters had a group chat in 2025, who do you think would text the most and who would barely reply?
That's so funny. I think that everybody, obviously, we're all walking around with mobile devices these days. I think I saw some hilarious meme that if the Breakfast Club would be made today, none of us would have interacted at all because we'd all be on our phones. Everybody thinks about
That's true. Do you have a group text chat now? No? No group text chat. So, but you do text each other occasionally and like say hi, or do you keep in touch quite a lot?
Allie and I text all the time.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it frozen out, Michael.
I'm an old dad, so I'm in bed by 8 o'clock at night. It's pretty well now. I don't know what happened, but anyway, it's on the family.
Alright, okay, start counting. Okay, so what's the wildest or most creative break of cosplay or fan tribute you have ever seen from Megan L.
I saw a bunch of Claires there. Anybody who's here, give it up, stand up, Claire. Let's give it up for Claire.
A couple over there.
Yeah, Claire. Claire, not Claire. All right.
Anyone else on this side?
We all bring out two ladies dance right now, Tom.
Love it. I like how we're doing the fist bump. Yeah.
You got a bender over there? Where is he?
Let's find that guy.
Okay, so if John Hughes had made a Breakfast Club sequel, what do you think it would have been about?
It starts during COVID, and we're all locked up together. And I have no idea what would it be about. You know, I have to say, the last time I got to speak to John was about 1988, and he called me with John Candy on the phone. And we just hung out on the phone for a couple of hours talking, and I was so happy to hear from both of them. And he did tell me at that time that he had it in his mind. He was playing with the idea of doing a sequel, and picking up on where they would be as adults, wherever that is. So that was, I think, it was something that he was conjuring, thinking about.
If John was around today and he called all of you guys and said, right, we're going to go ahead, I really want to do the sequel, would you say yes?
I'd say yes in a second. In a second. When you do it, I'd say yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah? You guys as well? It would be so much fun to sit down. I'd love to see it that way. What would you guys do? I feel like it would only have to do with John. Do you agree? Yeah, you agree. Guys, what was that? Hold the mic! Guys, you're absolutely wonderful. Like, I want to ask you, like, you know, it's been decades later. Look at this crowd.
Yeah. Really awesome.
I mean, what do you think really keeps that feeling alive, that keeps people coming out to conventions like this? What do you think that is that the fans are holding on to?
Well, I think that Hughes wrote a great script.
Yeah.
And he wrote a script that had applications to, it doesn't matter what your experience in high school was. You can maybe be one of these five, or different pieces of those five. Some variables. You can locate yourself within the variables of those five Sorry about that.
We're all going deaf. It's okay.
Oh, and I've got like a random phone that kicks. I can't know much that is.
No, we that cake with it.
I love how people do genuinely think we say we, and I think I say it more in America than I ever said it. But yeah, now you guys are on the weekend, is that correct? Cool. So people can come up and ask you questions. You don't mind?
You can ask us, but don't ask Allie anything.
What would you say before we go? Like, because I always wonder, you know, I never go up and see any of the guests at their tables. Are there any questions that you get from fans that genuinely stump you and you think, I can't ask that? Any really nerdy questions that people ask?
Well, this would be about Judge Jokes. I'm glad you clarified that.
And they asked me about what was that like in the scene where I'm under the table in the mall? I'm like, wait, no.
That's not me. If they hired some other person to do that, just so you know.
Yes, I did
I'm
know.
16 years old.
I did know that. I did know that.
Yeah. Did you? Did you?
16. Ooh.
Guys, I am absolutely honored to be sitting with all four of you. I genuinely am so excited. So thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
That was a great panel. That was a great panel. MegaCon. All right, that was a really good panel. Huge fan of the Breakfast Club, both of us. That was a really great treat. I grew up watching that movie. I haven't watched it in a long time, but it's really cool to hear about John Hughes and their relationship with John Hughes. I've always known that he was a great person to work with. I've heard that from all the actors that he worked with. What was your favorite part of that whole thing?
Well, I'm a fan of the Breakfast Club too, but
16.
you know, all those people up there, I want to say kids because they were kids at the time, but were icons, 80s icons, you know, in so many classic movies in the 80s that, you know, I didn't grow up in the 80s per se, but I grew up with those movies nonetheless, so to, see them up there and kind of talk about a little bit of their experiences is just really cool.
Hey, Spin Ghoulie. Oh, I get a chicken. This is really great. All the way from Chicago, huh? Just like the Breakfast Club. I got a chicken. Thank you. Look at that. This is my second chicken from Spin Ghoulie. This one's a little bigger than the last time. Everyone's broken out of the panel rooms trying to go down funnel down these stairs. It's not even Saturday yet. Look at this. The MegaCon crowds are back. All right, check this out. We came to this restaurant over here. Look at the view of MegaCon. Whoa. Over there's the food court. Oh, I found the Ghostbusters. Holy crap.
Really puts in their perspective.
Over there's the celebrities where we were. Way over there. This is why they call it MegaCon. Look at that. Oh, this is the Star Wars area.
Yep, right in front of us here.
That's always fun. Oh, check it out. Never Ending Story. Oh, I gotta go check that out.
They have all the scariest parts that you can take photos with.
Falcor, the rock monster.
Sinking in the tar.
Oh,
like,
that.
Why would you want to?
Oh, that's horrible.
But, all right.
That scene always made me sad.
Yeah, it's a sad movie. Sad and scary.
We found the view here, man. Look at that.
Hidden gem over here.
Yeah, we are back to main level. We got intel over here. All right, I think we found the droids I'm looking for. Oh, wow, look at this guy over here. Wow, you look awesome, Master Chief here. Amazing. Really good job.
So I brought him last year for 4 hours. It was the first time ever coming.
Yeah.
We live in Canada.
Oh, wow.
And he went home and he's been working on this for the last year.
Wow, good job. What part of Canada?
Ontario.
Ontario.
Yeah.
Great cosplay. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you. R2MK. Of course, it's got Mickey ears. That's really awesome. I love this droid spot. I remember this last year. This is R2 Devo. Hi. I like your hat. Oh, yeah. I'm down with the Devo. You gotta have a party droid. Look at this. We got Jabba Juice. Did you see R2 Devo? Chris, the girl's a Devo fan.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Tampa Day. R2 Devo. That is.
What? I think Devo likes you. Oh, yeah. R2 Deco. Oh, Art Deco, yeah. Very mid-century looking. I like it. I like the color. Hey, wow, there's a robot. Hello, what's your name? Wow. We've gotten here, haven't we? They're gonna take over. I hope to see you droiding around at Disney World, my friend. Check out Southern R2 Builders. They do amazing work. I mean, look at this place. I like this one, Pacers colors. Never Ending Story. Oh, they do have the horse. Oh my gosh. Falcor. They got the rock monster. Oh, remember the dog?
Yeah.
This is really cool. Yeah, so you pay the money. I think it's like $5.
Yeah, you take a picture.
Take photos. If you're a big Never Ending Story fan, get down here. Oh, he moves. Look, Falcor moves. That's amazing. I want to ride him. Is this the way? This is the way. Okay, thank you. All right, welcome to, oh, that guy looks familiar. Welcome to the Star Wars area.
Platforms and walkways.
This got bigger over the years.
Heavy equipment or cargo, take extra care to maintain your balance. Remember, safety
Check this
first.
out.
If you see an area that could benefit from handrails, report it to your local maintenance
It's
crew.
not too busy, this Star Wars
Together,
area. I
we
like
can
it.
make the galaxy a safer place.
Wow, look at this. This is amazing. Life size. Walker. I'm just gonna get a video of it. Thank you, man. How you doing? 501st in the house. All right, I found the bar, man. Although it's being heavily guarded. Someone poisoned the blue milk or what? I don't know. Okay, I'll come back later.
I don't know, did they?
Oh. I will have the blue milk. I will have.
Not have the blue milk.
Oh man. I'm not a Jedi. I try. It's right there though.
Neither am I.
Yeah, I know. If I was a real Jedi, I could just go. Oh my gosh, I did it! No, you tricked me. Whoa, a Ghostbuster in the galaxy far, far away? This is the movie I want to see. Hello, my friend. What do you got on tap over here? Let me guess. Blue milk. Episode 1 is growing on me. I love it. So classic. Oh, hey, Mando. Hi. Wanted, but not wanted anymore. I found Harrison Ford. He's frozen in carbonite. Go figure. Viggy, you have been a bad monkey. I just saw this car not too long ago. Always cool. My all-time favorite, Ghostbusters. They got an awesome display out here for the Cat 5 Ghostbusters. We got the Proton on the skid there, popping out. That's really awesome. Man, I would give anything to drive this car. Anything. You heard me say it. Oh, wow, Wally. That's awesome. Hey, Wally. He's waving at you. Oh, there's another one here. That's so cool.
There's Eve in the back there too.
Oh, we got a Billy over here as well. That's a really good Billy. Oh, I remember you. You stabbed me earlier. Oh, okay. I see. You're from over here in the Wally Build Club. Frisky RC USA. These are the group that build all these robots. I believe I've seen some of these Wally units at DragonCon in Atlanta. It's absolutely amazing. Got all kinds of photo opportunities. We got the Star Trek bridge over here, and we have forkidsinneed.org here. Donate and get your photo with the Batmobile. That's amazing. So got a tape deck. I like that they got the bat signal over here. Check this out. Also Batman's back there. Frank Miller's here, by the way. And over here, look, we got 1966 Batman surfing. Yeah, check them out. forkidsinneed.org. Stop by, get a photo. Have fun for a good cause. Especially you Batman fans out there. Come on down. All right, we got Daleks over here from Doctor Who. Oh, they're doing the photo ops over here, Lois and Clark. Whoa, here comes another one. Wow. This is amazing. I still haven't watched Doctor Who, but I want to. That one's moving the trash can. Taking out the trash, huh? And we have found the food court. Look at this. A lot of people chilling out right now. There's a lot of food in here. I see Nathan's hot dogs all the way across the room. And we were looking down from that window up there earlier. Right up there. Oh wow, check it out. Adam Savage. Checking out Wally. Right in front of his booth. Mythbusters. I think he's interested in the robot. And Chris just reminded me that Dolph Lundgren is here this weekend. I don't think he's here today. I didn't see him here earlier. Hey! Rocky IV, man. I would love to meet Dolph. Maybe I'll see him tomorrow. All kinds of places you can eat at the convention. We found this like little restaurant off to the side. There's a Nathan's hot dog in here, Papa John's, also a Four Rivers barbecue. I think I'm gonna get a hot dog. What do you think? It's a hot dog. All right, just ate the hot dog in there. We're gonna head out of the vendor room and back up to Theater 2 because the Happy Days panel is gonna start in about a half hour. And MegaCon tonight, Friday, is at 7. So we only got like an hour left. I will be back tomorrow though. I got a lot to do tomorrow. Just ran into Kyle from View from the Cheap Seats, and I was saying, hey, I saw Sven Gooley was in line to go into this Happy Days panel too. I showed him my chicken. We're going.
This next panel?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. Are you excited? Okay, we're going to introduce two guests. One is running late, but they are coming. And I want you to give a raucous round of applause when I say these names. Can we do that? Yeah! Can we? Let's welcome to the stage, first of all, it's Anson Williams! Keep it going, guys!
Oh yeah, look at that.
Hello. I'll tell you, this is one great event.
Love it, but what you
Best crowd ever.
Are you ready for our second guest? Please welcome to the stage, it's the wonderful Dawn Moss!
That's awesome.
Please take the mic, and we've got another guest coming. I wonder who it is, I'm not sure. We've got another guest coming, and he will arrive shortly, but we're gonna warm you up.
Are his initials RH?
I'm not sure, you know, I didn't get the notes, I didn't get the memo. So we're not sure, it could be anyone. Oh gosh, these chairs. Guys,
yes.
It is wonderful to have you here. Thank you very much for being here.
That's great.
I've been doing this for a very, very long time, and I've spoken to so many people from across the pond and over here. And when they gave me this panel, I was very excited because I grew up on this show in Scotland. No doubt, yes, in Scotland. I loved Happy Days and Happy Days. It was such a wonderful show, so I used to watch it and think, that's America. Yes, it's not now, but it was there. Guys, when you come to conventions, what is it like meeting the fans after so many decades? Does it still surprise you when you come out and see all this?
It's just heartwarming, you know. It's so great because I mean we're young guys filming Happy Days, and honestly, the joy I think you all feel from the show we felt on the set. It was that rarity of a group that really loved each other. And so I think that went across. I think there was an impact to the show. They asked, why is it such a big hit? What is it? Well, it's good writing, true, great direction, but it's that just magic of chemistry. It's just the right people at the right time. And I think combined, a little above the script. And I think our friendship, our love for each other, radiated across the TV screens for everyone watching. So what's wonderful is that the show, probably because it was always old. You know, when it went on, it was the 50s, right? It was one time in America, so it's always old, it's always new. And it's just so wonderful just to see it still bringing joy to so many people's lives. And we're just so appreciative that we could, you know, feel and share that love.
Thank you very much. I wanted to ask, you mentioned the friendships that you had on set. Was that pretty much immediate? As soon as you met each other, you just loved each other instantly?
Yeah, hello. There
you go. We got you.
Sexy voice.
I know you're probably going to disagree because in the past we were asked that question, and you thought it took a little more time. But to me, it seemed like there was a relationship that started very fast between all of us. And I think it was like what you said is the combination of people, the personalities and the soul, whatever it is. I mean, that's why the show became so big, because we did have this bond that was a little bit surprising that it did happen that fast. That was my recollection, that it happened
very quickly, and I think we all were so respectful of the talent that was there in that cast.
Also, Gary Marsh did a very smart thing early on. Gary was the creator of Happy Days, our boss, really our mentor. He was a sports addict, and he loved softball. And he wanted to put together a softball team. And Don had been pro. I mean, we had a really good group. The one who didn't play was Henry, but you guys helped him learn to pitch. And he became a very good pitcher. So Gary put together the softball team. And we started getting these charity pre-games in all the major stadiums in the country. Yankee Stadium, River Stadium, Dodger Stadium, all. Then we went overseas. We played against the USO troops. But Gary thought, it's one thing to play ball, but you always have the back of your teammate. And he felt that we bring all that back to the set. And when people asked us, what's your best memories of Happy Days? It's not the set. It's the ball team. It's playing against the Marines, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force over the China Sea in where was it?
I wasn't there.
Yeah, it was, what's the island called?
I forget.
Age got to me. Anyway. Okinawa, sorry. And then we were in the third division in Germany and on and on. But that really bonded us because we took it so seriously and we weren't on stage or on ball fields.
Oh, look.
I just want to second the fact we were really good. And I don't think I was at the Miami game.
You're right. Did you really miss that game?
But I do have to say that we played not only these games in front of Major League stadiums and things like that, but we also played in a competitive show business.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I heard the question about were we competitive.
Yeah.
Really competitive, because we were a #1 TV show. So you can imagine they wanted to kick our butts. And sometimes they did. Those were very competitive.
Those were, yeah. Because all those guys were very competitive too. Yeah.
You know, it's a funny thing you guys are in the unique and great position that you get to recall these wonderful memories over and over again with fans. Do your memories or opinions of your characters change according to the way you recall them, interacting with fans? Does that change for you over the years when you see your characters through the fans' eyes? Sorry, can we go deep for a second?
Well, I will tell you, we were all young, ambitious guys, working hard on the show, but also looking toward the future. We would work on projects together. Anson produced a movie that I did. Donnie acted in a film that I shot. And we were always, we were thinking ahead, and we were very self-critical. And the reality is that years and years later, I realized I hadn't actually watched an episode in a long time. And I was kind of at an airport waiting to get on a flight or something, and it happened to be on. And I just watched it, and it was the greatest feeling, because I said, oh, I know why the show was a hit. It was good. We were good. Style of show with a kind of energy, and we had this brilliant director, but we were so cohesive as an ensemble unit. And so whether it was a ball field or one of our weddings or backstage hanging around, playing cards or doing the show, we were just, we really had connected in a great way, and it sort of worked its way through the screen, and I think is one of the reasons the show has endured as well.
Yeah.
Dawn, I'm going to pivot slightly, but I saw this wonderful YouTube video, you were singing with the Orlando Jazz Orchestra. Have you heard this man singing? You must have, right, guys? Singing?
Thank you very much.
You're wonderful. Like, do you, in terms of acting versus singing, is there a preference?
Oh God, it's so impossible. People ask me that a lot, and I honestly can't pick. The only thing is, it's not quite apples to apples, because when you're singing and putting together a show, you're picking all the songs. You're picking what the material is, and you're picking ones that are great. When you're acting, you don't always get that. I mean, there are some parts that, you know, you take because there's some reasons for taking it, but
mortgage payments.
but it's not, the material isn't really great, you know, it's maybe fairly good. So when I get to act in something that I think the material is great, then it's even. Then it's an even playing field. And but to pick which one I prefer, I started out singing when I was pretty young. That was the first kind of professional work I did. And then I put it aside for a while, knowing I'd get back to it one day. I don't know why I waited this long, but anyway, and then I really focused. I got very laser focused on acting. So at one period of my career, it was singing at the beginning, then it became acting, and that went on for a long time. But now that I'm singing again, it's like, you know, they're about the same. I just can't.
And there's some directing mixed in there too.
Yeah.
Both you guys.
Yeah, well, yeah, both of us did some directing. Yeah, Anson shot like 300 hours of television shows, right? Something like, yeah. So,
but I'll tell you this, I have to brag about my brother here, because I've seen, so many of your shows, and I've never been to one and he didn't get a standing ovation. This guy's one of the best American songbook singers in the country. He's ever around, wherever you are.
Great show.
So Don, what a day this has been.
No.
Why it's
almost like being in love.
There's a smile on my face for the whole human race.
Why it's almost like being in love.
All the music of life seems to be
like a
bell,
the bell that is ringing
for me, and from the way that I feel when that bell starts to feel, I could
swear I was falling.
I could swear I was falling.
Why
it's almost like being in love.
That was great.
MegaCon, what's gonna happen?
Don meets me now.
So the question for Ron about the directing, because I think you previously said that acting created some insecurity for you back in the day. Can you explain what that feeling was to you?
Well, especially when our show went from being a show that was shot single camera, more like a movie, into a show done with multiple cameras in front of an audience. There was a whole year where I was very anxious. Everybody else had had a lot of theater experience, and I had none. But I learned a tremendous amount from it. But ultimately, I got into it as a child. I always liked acting, always liked being around it. But very, very early on, I was attracted to the role of the director. And years later, I recognized that I don't have a performer's personality. I wasn't hungry to perform. I was hungry to tell the story and to lead that, be a part of that, be central to that. And so I think there was a part of me that as I knew more and more about films and television, I started to feel like I had more potential as a director. I started to feel like I recognized what my limitations were as an actor. And I did some good work that I'm really proud of as an actor, but there was a particular kind of thing, and I just was, just dying to be behind the camera. And people ask me all the time if I want to act, and sometimes I play myself, like in Murders in the Building. I just did that. It was fun. Seth Rogen is starring in a show that's going to be on Apple later this year called The Studio. And once again, I played myself in that, and I had an even bigger part. It was fun. I still so love the directing and the producing and everything that we're doing at Imagine Entertainment that, I don't really have time to look. If Bryce wanted me to be in a movie or a TV show that she was directing, I think that I would make time for that.
Good dad.
In terms of acting or directing, are there stories that you have been particularly drawn to over the years that that's the story I love to tell as an actor or a director?
The guy Jim Carrey in that role, I just knew that he was a physical genius, and I wanted to help support him and create the environment and watch him bring that character to live action screen, and he did a remarkable job. So sometimes the Da Vinci Code movies, they were fantastic, but they were these great life experiences because we were going on the Da Vinci Code tours, we were living them, so not only were we telling the Dan Brown stories, but we were also shooting all over the world together. So that was a really compelling reason to make those films. So I've been very fortunate, to be able to choose subjects that I'm really excited about and ready to commit, a year or two to making, and also the high risk because, not every film succeeds, and when it underperforms, it's painful for everybody involved, and you run that risk each and every time. And but it's I think it's worth that gauntlet. It's not so much even for the success on the other side. It's the experience of working with great talent on a story that you care about. And I've been just so lucky to be able to do that for decades, and I'm still at it. And
thank you. And now, thank you.
When you were in Da Vinci Code, did you get the Louvre? Were you able to shoot?
We did shoot in the Louvre.
Were you like the first movie ever?
We were very. I think people have shot, but we had to shoot in the main gallery, and we only had 3 nights. So we did build a set to do extended stuff and violent things, and because you had to be super careful in the Louvre. You couldn't even let the lights shine directly on the masterpieces. They had to bounce off the floor and be soft light. But we had 3 nights in a row. We were on a very, very tight schedule. We were on such a tight schedule that we were shooting in the main gallery, and all of our grip equipment and camera equipment was in the Mona Lisa room. And at one point, we were really hurrying. We were behind schedule. And so Tom Hanks didn't have time to go back to his dressing room to change for the next scene. And I had to give him some notes. And so I was giving him these notes on what the next scene was going to be, and he was changing his pants in front of the Mona Lisa. And I said, wait a minute, this is a moment we have to remember, okay. We've been underwater with the mermaid, we've been weightless with the Apollo 13, and now you're pantsless with the Mona Lisa.
I guess now we know what she's smiling at.
That was off camera, that was behind the scenes stuff.
I like the idea of the Mona Lisa just smiling at Tom Hanks in his underwear. Just having a little smile.
Kind of stuff that should have been on camera that we were actually just doing behind the scenes. But we had this amazing director, Jerry Paris, who was a comedy genius. We all learned so much, and we also, he became kind of, maybe not a father figure, but kind of an uncle figure, right, to us all. But he was hilarious. And sometimes he would be calling to see if he had tickets for the Rams or something like that. The first time the Rams were in LA. And he'd be on the phone. We'd be trying to rehearse a scene or something, and we realized he'd wander over and he was on the phone, and so we would just start taping him to the phone. But there was that. There was the softball games. We had like blackjack. Jerry would be the dealer. We would do that on Thursdays, remember, and stuff like that. So it was, and we also played basketball at lunch, so it was kind of a nonstop, kind of like the freshman dorm, kind of just going on all the time.
And I remember it was funny because people, toward, as we're going through, everything was second nature on stage. We just do it.
Yeah.
And after a while, people would come on stage, look at rehearsal, and all they would hear are grunts. Really? Okay, you start over there, you walk in here, you're there, Rod, great, go. So Richie, so Richie, didn't even say words. You grunted, you knew it was funny. If it wasn't, you knew what you had to do. People thought we were crazy. But that's all connected. That's how what connected more with Jerry.
The other big genius on that show was Gary Marshall, of course, who created it. He was just fantastic because he was also a natural educator and teacher, So not only would he come in, he'd be away working on Mork or one of the other, Laverne and Shirley or one of the other shows, and come in and could see us running through the episode, and he would just instantly have these notes that were either writing notes or they were acting notes that would make such a difference. But he was just great. He was probably the best boss that I ever worked for, because he would take you aside. He was like a great coach, he would know how to bring out the best in us in little ways too.
And he also listened to us. We could contribute. A lot of unhappy days came from the cast. Because between Jerry and between Gary, we were allowed to, and they would take our suggestions. And it was very collaborative.
Yeah, especially when we switched to the 3-camera format, and we had all week to rehearse and had the run-throughs for the writers and the producers. And then, as Ron alluded to, there'd be notes, and we'd try to figure out how to improve something or make something work. And Ron mentioned it. I was always amazed how Gary would come up with these things that you don't know where they came from, because we're having problems with a scene, and he goes, what if Patsy and Ralph did this, and Fonzie, whatever it was, and we'd all say, that's great, it worked.
One time he looked at an episode and he looked at me and he said, you don't have enough to do. He said, you're going to carry a girl through the show. So he came with his stunts, and I had to carry Heather, who was one of the background players and second team, and had to for one whole scene I had to carry her on my shoulder. She was resting her on.
And he came up with
I said, so this is the fix, Gary? Yeah, it's funny. It's a big
Like you.
But he'd come up with a backstory as some reason.
Oh yeah, it was a stunt. It was like trying to get into the, fraternity. Right.
We've got another fan question from Meg D from Tampa. If Richie, Potsy and Ralph were living in today's world, what do you think they'd be doing? Well, I'm interested in this one.
We'd be at MegaCon here, having conversations.
I think Ralph would be running the dispensary.
I think Potsy would be the best client.
Yes.
And Richie would be making a documentary about his old buddies.
Love it. This one's from Samantha R. from Miami. Happy Days had so many memorable guest stars. Was there anyone who made you completely starstruck?
I know the first thing you think of who made the most impression would be Robin Williams. But in terms of, we weren't starstruck. We were struck with his talent, but it wasn't that we were we had a reputation or that we we followed him in movies or anything like that because he was an unknown. So I don't know who of our guest stars would be stage struck. Can you think of?
Yeah, I have one. Because I remember I was sick of, Dad one day, just a little kid, and I'm watching what's the one for the Gipper film? And there's Pat O'Brien. When Pat O'Brien was on, I was speechless.
Yeah.
I mean, I was absolutely dumbfounded.
And it meant a lot to me because Danny Thomas came on and did an episode. And it didn't mean as much to the guys, even though Danny Thomas was a big star. But Danny Thomas had been one of the executive producers of the Andy Griffith Show. And while he didn't really work on the show regularly, it had been part of his production company. And he took me aside and said, we're all so proud of you. But back to the Robin Williams thing. I mean, man, do I miss him as a talent. We were never close friends, but I knew him. But what a genius. And he blew our minds with what he immediately started inventing and contributing. And we were all just looking at each other like, this is a next level talent. It's this explosion of creativity. And I've never really seen, anything quite like that. And it was like, one of those weeks that I really cherish just in my experience, in this business, and I'm sure to miss him as a talent.
I'm zooming in because I forgot my readers. My eyes are old. Emma Kane from St. Petersburg. The theme song is so iconic. Do you find yourself humming it from time to time?
No.
I want to hear it again.
I kind of like Rock Around the Clock better.
Started off with Rock Around the Clock.
I remember that. Yeah.
You remember when they were pre-recording the Happiness song? I clapped it.
No, tell me.
You clapped.
I clapped?
You clapped. Remember when we saw Bill Haley?
Yes.
We did right.
You mean when they did that?
Yes.
Yeah. That was amazing.
Yes.
And that had also been the opening song in American Graffiti.
Yeah.
And of course, the Black Joan Girl had been used many times. And I guess they couldn't afford it, so the second season, they recorded the song and became the Happy Days theme.
Yeah.
But Anson, I didn't know, but Anson told me that you were watching Bill Haley, right? Just because that was a cool thing.
Yes, it was.
To watch.
I remember that.
But then he said, the claps in the song where it's a certain kind of
I'm going to remind you.
Okay. Are you sure? I don't think I had enough rhythm to do it. I think I had to bow out.
They didn't really use your clap, but
Had a lot of alcohol that morning.
Anson could do it.
Sorry, this next one is from Rachel S. from Tallahassee. I say the names in an American accent because I just love the American names. Tallahassee. If the three of you could reunite for a project together, what kind of show or like TV show or movie would it be if you could reunite and work together?
Whatever Ron wanted.
Second that, let's ask Ron to.
Golden Boys? No.
Yeah. Golden Boys. Great.
That's funny you mentioned. I've got the Golden Girls on right here. You could be here on this t-shirt.
We're married.
Guys, you are wonderful. We're running out of time, so I can't finish all the fan questions here. But I would just like to say, I'm sure on behalf of all of us here, absolutely honored to be sitting on this stage.
Another great panel.
So I keep pinching myself right now, my 10-year-old self. Can't see myself now. I just love this show so much. So thank you very much for all that you've done and all that you've created. It's been an honor, a pleasure, and an honor, honestly. So thank you. Guys, Rob, Don, and
That was great. And little did we know that Happy Days actually toured the United States and played softball. That was a really cool fun fact. Chris was just saying in her video just how amazing that was to see those people in person.
Yeah.
We met Henry Winkler here a couple years ago.
Yeah, that was really cool.
We're getting the Happy Days. All right, so it's 6:48. The con closes at 7 tonight. We're gonna walk through the vendor room one more time. I have to get up early to come back here in the morning for my Mel Gibson and Danny Glover Lethal Weapon photo op. So I got a long drive tonight and tomorrow, and I gotta edit this video. We'll be back at MegaCon. Thank you. All right, not only did they scan us in, but they scanned us out. That's the first I've ever seen that. Came out the same way we went in. Just said goodbye to Chris for now. We drove separate. She parked over there. I parked over there. Look at these. Oh, I could take one of these back to the car. Huh? Not too many people are doing it. Nice little ride, little rickshaws. All right, took a little bit. I just walked down the sidewalk over here on the east side of the Concourse Center. It's where all the buses are loading. Many of these buses are going to different parking lots, that parking lot shuttle. I, thankfully, accidentally found this overflow parking lot as you saw these trees in the beginning of the video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I will be back to MegaCon tomorrow. If you're catching this video early and you see the guy with the blue hat, if you're at MegaCon, hope you guys come say hello. I'm gonna be waiting in the Mel Gibson Danny Glover line very early in the morning, and I'm gonna venture around, check out more cosplay, say hello to friends. Didn't really get to do that today. I've got some vendor friends here. So yeah, MegaCon day 3 tomorrow, day 2 for me, and we're gonna end it right here. I gotta drive all the way home and come back, edit this video, so I try to keep it kind of short. The panels were the goal tonight. I really enjoyed seeing the Breakfast Club crew and the Happy Days crew. That was amazing. And also getting to spend time with Chris the girl. And shout out to Brad and Amanda, my good friends. Got to hang with them for a little bit. Yeah, that's it. That's the video. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. See you there. I hope you enjoy it. Know you're awesome, know you're loved. And no matter who you are, what you're going through, just know that there's always much ahead. All right, let's get out of here. This might take me a while to get out of here. Woo! Oh boy. All right, bye guys. Love ya. See you tomorrow. MegaCon.